Good morning, people. Watchwoman 65, Lisa Boyce here. I again want to thank everybody for contributing to Samson and Delilah's cause. You can pray for me today. I have to talk to them and get this straightened out. So you can pray for favor for me. But I'm on here this morning and I'm giving you a quick update of what I've gotten so far. China is blaming the U.S. for the coronavirus. Now, I'm going to look into more of this, but this is really not good. It says here, the Chinese government has been facing mounting accusations for their lack of transparency, and they have been. They've lied about the numbers. They've lied about everything. I'm sorry about the light going in and out because the sun is going in and out. The truth of the matter is that, there we go, is that under the Chinese regime, China is a communist country. They've held back the numbers on this disease from day one. They have lied about everything. That's the way they are. The U.S. offered them help, and they refused it when this disease first came out. So, you can't really rely too much on the mainstream media reporting the accuracy of the people who are sick. And the reason why is because there are thousands and thousands of carriers out there. And we don't know, with them lacking in their testing equipment, we don't know what's going on. So now they want to blame the U.S. for this. It says that the China Intercontinental Press and the People's Publishing House have published a book in English touting President Xi, touting his accomplishments in fighting the outbreak. The book, titled The Battle Against Epidemic, China Combating COVID-19 in 2020, features stories taken from China's state-run media. It'll be available in French, Russian, Spanish, and Arabic. China indicates the virus didn't originate there. The theory that the virus came from elsewhere started after epidemiologist Dr. Nashon said on a February 27th conference that it may have not originated in China. The Guardian reported. He later clarified that what he meant to say was that the place where a virus is discovered doesn't equate to it being the source. On Thursday, yesterday, the Chinese foreign minister spokesman took to Twitter to suggest the U.S. military brought the virus to China. Let that ponder for a minute. Now, we know from a biblical standpoint that this virus really didn't get its start until after that peace deal was announced. So we know that this is judgment. We know that from a biblical standpoint, that this is judgment on the nation, on worldwide. And here again, we're not in the tribulation period. This is just a precursor to what's going to happen. I'm going to link this article in the description box, and I'm going to find out more about this because I'm curious now about why they think that. In the meantime, the stock market is supposed to be a little bit positive because of $1.7 trillion amount of money that they pumped into it yesterday to try to combat what's going on. Also, we know that this virus is not getting any better. Now, they've closed the schools down here in Ohio. Today was the last day of school for the high schools and middle schools, and I just kept both the boys home. They're not going back to school for 3 weeks. They've closed the schools here for 3 weeks. Food I went to the store, I think, the other day. The shelves look pretty good. My husband's grocery store, where he's the supervisor at, looked pretty good for now. The bottled water is leaving. Paper products are diminishing. So I don't know. Like I said, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse because what's going to happen is when the people have to, especially if the U.S. declares a national emergency here. If the U.S. declares a national emergency, that's going to put everything in a tailspin. Big time, and it's going to do it fast. So we'll just see what's going to happen. But in the meantime, I wanted to give you this story here that China is blaming the U.S. military for the virus. And I will be back on later this morning with other pressing issues. In the meantime, have a nice morning.